Alright, that's good. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Superblade7. Doing kind of amateurish feeding video. Here's my hands. While I'm showing how I prepare food, this is what I do. I'm going to call this sort of lazy day feeding, or even though it's not actually a lazy day, it's just I don't have any vegetables thought out. Forgot to wet this stuff down. I'll spray that when I get back upstairs. But okay, usually I would spray the greens and whatever I have in here with water just to make it all moist. I'll just do that when I get upstairs. Right now, I've got kale. Sorry, my dog is taking a drink. Diamond. Hey. And I have collard greens I literally just picked up a few minutes ago, and blueberries. That's why I call it lazy day, because this is really easy stuff. This side, to you guys, it would be to the right. For me, it's the left, is Drogon's food. As you can see by, there's less. And then to the right is Earl. So I'm going to cut it all up. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. You guys will see it all once I'm done. Like, I'll do an overhead shot of it all, and then you'll see me carry my stuff upstairs and put it in their tanks. It's going to be a lot slower with one hand, but hey, just to show you guys what I do. This is what Superblade7 does. This is what Gabe does with his food. This is Lizard's food. So, since he's smaller, I try to cut his up really small. So after I cut it all up one way, I try to clump it together again and do it another way. But also, my knives aren't my mom's kitchen knives aren't exactly that sharp. And none of my knives upstairs are actually all that sharp either. So, that's that. Okay, so now we've got it sort of like this. I don't know if you can see it, but we have his in a pile. Now, you should be able to see me with a blueberry. This is what I do for the baby bearded dragon. Okay? I don't know if I should be doing this in halves, but I'll do more specific. But again, I'll show one side or the other. And in the video, I'll put how to feed, good food for adults and baby bearded dragons, because mine's not dead, and I've been doing this since I got him months ago. So obviously, and he's growing, so I've been doing something right. But what I do is I cut it small, like about this, and then I sprinkle it in on top of his greens, just sort of put it anywhere. I don't leave, because when you chop it up, it gets sticky. See, it's sticking into my finger. So you want to put it in his greens, so that way he can sort of go and pick out what he wants to eat, if he wants to pick this or not, because it might be more difficult. This is gooey. Yeah, the warning, because I've never really done blueberries, so I don't know if you guys already know this, but they start to get kind of smushy and small, so to dehydrate, I think. The longer they're in your refrigerator and stuff like that. So I don't know if you have to put them in an extra container after the little plastic one that they're in. See, it's kind of smushed up, but it's tiny. He still eats them, and they haven't killed him, so obviously this is a-okay. Now, Earl, on the other hand, I just get kind of lazy. So Earl's bigger. I'm doing it all together, though. Like, I'm holding kale and collard greens in my hand, because kind of evenly distribute it. But I'm going to try switching them over to collard greens, because someone, I think it's called G-Man, or the G-Man, I don't know, I didn't actually check to see if this YouTuber had any videos, but the advice seems sound, and a lot of people have told me this as well. But apparently kale can bind to calcium, so adding extra calcium, I guess. I mean, obviously it's a good thing. By the way, I have whole blueberries, but so I'm just going to try adding collard greens. I might do them both at the same time, because they like the taste of kale. Oh, and these little orange cubes are not for them. These are for the insects. So yeah. I have also gotten rid of the baby superworm I was trying to take care of, because it just didn't seem like it was growing at all. But then as soon as I put it back in with the adults, it molted. But the other big ones, then they got eaten by Earl. So I have an adult superworm that's living solo. And then I have on the right is Drogon's. Now it's the right for you guys. And on the left is Earl. See? Totally different stuff. Well, it looks totally different, but same food. for both, because their diets really don't change. The only thing that changes for them, in general, is the pellets you can give them, and I guess insects, because I feed Drogon crickets. Oh, this is Roscoe. He's a general intruder in my room. See? See that? See this bullshit that I have to put up with? Alright, so now we've got their stuff. We need to grab Drogon's bowl with his pellets. I'm gonna leave the pellets in there because the pellets don't exactly go bad. You know what I mean? Pellets don't go bad. Just pick it up with your hand. Put it all in there. Then by the way, if you've noticed, this might be the end of my bed. And I've randomly been sleeping on the end of my bed for no apparent reason. I'll take a bunch of pillows and just make a nest back here. No apparent reason. Spray bottle's almost out of water, so I gotta save some for Earl. Then, because, like I said with the kale thing and the pellets, I don't feel like that's enough. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get in my mouth. I'm gonna be dusting. That's right, you could dust the veggies because, I mean, it gets processed either way, you know? I wouldn't say do this for every feeding unless you really feel like you can. Make sure the food's wet too, so that way they still get moisture from it. Put the water on first. I hope these aren't duh moments because I sure as heck didn't do that when I first started doing this. I would actually put the water in. See, look at that though. I would put the water in last. Put the water on it last, and it would end up knocking some of the spray off, some of the powder off. For Earl, I'm gonna do the same. I don't know how much she's gonna want right now. I don't know if she's gonna want it really quickly, but I'm gonna dust her food as well. I'm gonna dust it while it's on the plate. Ah, crap. See, look, I'm doing it again. See? This is exactly what I just said not to do. So look at, see, I'm dusting it. Mix it all around. Plus there's some on my hands, so that's nice. That's useful. You can actually take, if your hands are clean, which mine are, you can just sort of rub. It'll lightly dust it, but obviously you're not going to get a lot off on your hands unless your hands are wet, or the leaves are wet. Move the bug food out of the way. See, look, it's kind of knocking some of the spray, it's kind of knocking some of the powder off. Alright, more water in there. Oh well, I'll do that later. So Earl's pellets are already in there. It is Gourmet Bearded Dragon Food by Zoo Med. Zoo Med Gourmet Bearded Dragon Food. Yeah. And then Drogon's Buffet Blend. If I haven't shown you guys already. I don't know why I haven't done a baby bearded dragon care video yet. Maybe I just haven't either had the time, I've forgotten, or Drogon hasn't been in a good position to be a good model. Not health-wise, just, I don't know, he just didn't look like he wanted to be messed with. Like, maybe I had already fed him earlier in the day, and so it'd be like, oh, nuts, now I can't show, you know, what to feed him, you know, handling him. He doesn't look happy right now. You know, it's not like health or anything, because obviously Drogon's alive and healthy. In fact, he's kind of plump. Let's see if we can get Earl. Want some? You want some? Here, you want some? Oh, you know what this means, don't you? You know what this means, don't you? See that? Hey, Earl, you see that? See the food? See the food? Ooh, that one blue bear is perfect. It's just rolling around. Come here. Can I come over here and get it? Well, Earl will be off to do that in a second. Rogan is not necessarily the quickest when it comes to eating either. Just rush off. Oh, it's a piece of kale. Alright. Oop, that was loud. Sorry about that. Boop. 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 Poopy lizard. Nothing? Really? Nothing? Okay then. Just gonna leave it here for you. You just eat it later. Yeah, we really are gonna eat it later. Yeah. And I might as well. Nah, I'll just kind of end it here, I guess. I'm not going to show you me feeding bugs. That's not really all that interesting. I just dropped those cubes into a little dish in the Cricket Keeper. That's about it. But yeah, that's generally what I feed them. They don't necessarily react to it right away because they're probably not all that hungry right now. But at the same time, I still give it to them. And I fed them a lot. Honestly, even though the kale dries out, it doesn't necessarily go bad because it doesn't rot nearly as quickly like things would in nature if it was left out. Stuff like that. So under the heat, it just naturally, warm air from the tank, it just sort of does its thing. It just dries out. And if they're still hungry by then, they'll eat it when it's still dry, and then I'll feed them more. And I'll give them fresh stuff. But yeah, that's how you do it when it comes down to feeding a lizard. Feeding my bearded dragons. Yeah, this is lazy day feeding though. The other days I'll add a bunch more other stuff. Corn, carrots, green beans. When I have that stuff thought out, do a video. Hopefully I'll have someone to hold my phone for me, maybe. Unless you guys don't care about the angles, but... Earl, you really going for your food? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. That's up to you. You can do whatever you want. You are a grown lizard. And you don't need me to be telling you what to do. You don't need that in your life. It's all negativity. Here's Sal's tank. There's my dog. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this, or at least found it interesting. But I will definitely be doing something else soon. Hopefully soon, anyways. So yeah, I'm going to upload this the exact day that I'm recording it too as well. So it's not like I say today or whatever. I really meant a day last week. So I will catch... I'm not actually going to catch you guys later because I don't know who's watching this. But I will record a video for you humans to enjoy later. So yeah. So it's peacing out with Roscoe.